Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Good morning. This is Claire from Solinteg Academy. It's a great honor to have the presentation, the introduction for our new monitoring platform, and I welcome you to join our webinar. And I think some of you guys already know that we have a new version monitoring platform released in recent 2 days. Maybe you have got some queries or problems during the use of new applications. So I think after this introduction for the new platform, some of your questions or queries will be eased. But if you still got some questions, you can contact our service team at service@solinteg.com for help. And in the future, we will shoot some videos to introduce our new monitor platform application to show you how to use it more efficiently. And yeah, so today we will have our training for the web page monitor platform introduction. And during the introduction, if you have any questions, you can leave your questions on the chat box, or maybe you can raise your hand to ask us. But we would prefer you to leave your message in the chat box. Yeah, and when we see it, we will reply you immediately. And after the webinar finishes, we will send you the record for the webinar through our email link. And also for the questions you have raised during the webinar, we will reply you one by one within one working day. So that means tomorrow you will receive the video and all the questions you have raised during the webinar. Yeah. So thanks again. And now I will hand over the control to my colleague Eve, the person who will give you the training for this webinar. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Eve from the Solinteg Academy, and today it's my pleasure to give you our new version of our Solinteg monitoring platform. Okay, and you can see the chat box. I sent the new website of our new version. Okay, let's begin. Okay, here you can see you can insert the website about this address, and you can get access the sign-in page. And the first step, you need to change the language. We support the 8th language. You can choose the language, and then you need to choose the site. If you are in the plant in China, you need to use the China site. Otherwise, you need the international terminal. Okay, and I choose the international terminal. And I will introduce you three type of the accounts: the demo account, the organization account for the installer or for the distributor, and the end user account. The first one, I will show you the demo account, because here it's a demo here, and you click it, you can use the demo account to access the platform, and you can have some basic functions and the basic experience to view the platform, but you cannot change and manage any device in this page by this account in this page. Okay. And next, about the end user account. And if a user want to have an end user account, it will have two methods. The first one, you can see here, it is a register account. The user can click this button and can create a new account for herself, for the end user itself. And you can see, use the address and some code password, it can register a new end user account. And another method, I will show you later. It is the distributor or the installer use the organization account to create the end user account for the user. Okay. And next part, I will show you the organization account. Okay, here you can see it is the overview of our Solinteg new version platform. Here you can see some information about the current power, the productions, and the revenue, and some capacity. And here you can see the or your plans and which one is normal working, abnormal, and offline. And here you can see here is a new plant. You can use these functions to create a new plant for your end user. Here you can see here is the owner email. You can input the end user's email here, and after you created the new plant, and the server will send an email to the end user, and the end user can use the email address and the password to access the monitoring platform. Okay, here you need some information like the related organization, the plant name, and maybe the plant type, capacity, and other something like you can see something like the locations and some revenue settings like the currency unit, the profit, and the cost per kilowatt hour, and it can calculate the revenue for you, the end user. Okay, here you can see you can search the plant by here. You can search it by the plant name, the SN code, or the organization. Here we have advanced filtering. Here you can see you can select search it by the plant type, C&I, or the residential, or the capacity, and the grid connection type. And okay, next I will show you, first I will show you the hybrid inverter. And okay, you can see there is an overview page of the hybrid inverter. Here you can see some information about the basic information like the production and the revenue today or total. And here we have a flowing chart. It will show the real time, maybe the PV power and the grid power, and the battery power discharge or charge the battery, or the battery discharge, and the load consumption. And here you can see the consumption, the relationship between the consumption and the productions. Here you can see it shows today and the percentage from the PV, from battery, or from grid. And here you also can see the productions. You can see the percentage about the self-consumed or the export grid. Okay, and you also can see the, okay, here you can choose the different day to see the detailed information about this, and also can show maybe present it by month and or by year or total. And here you also can see the revenue. And here it is some basic information of the plant, and it will shows the weather in future 5 days, And here some basic information like capacity and some battery capacity like this. And here you can see a curve chart. You can see here show today's PV power and the grid power and the battery power and the SOC and the load power in every 5 minutes. You see every 5 minutes. And you also can, if you don't want to see anyone of them, you can click it, and it will be disappear. And for example, you want to see the relationship between the PV power and the SOC or the load power, you can just choose 2 of them like this to compare them. And you also can choose a different date. Here, choose a different date like this. It will show, okay, like this. And you also can show them by month, and it will show you the comparison and the value in every different day in this month. And it is similar. If you don't want to see anyone of them, you also can click it to make it disappear. And you also can show it by month, and it will show the value in every different month, and also the total, it shows different year. Okay. And next, here you can see here is a device button. We click it, we can jump to the devices page. It will show the all devices under this plant, And this plant just have only one device, so it just show one device here. And here you can see we now have new functions about how to add the devices. The first one, you can click here, add devices. And now we support you to add the devices one by one. You can use the SN code and the check code and name the device. You can add here. It will show the device here, and you can then add another one SN code and check code to add them. And after you add all the device, you can click the confirm. It will punch to add the devices. And here we have sync devices. And if the devices, if other devices like the data logger or the EV charger connect with the hybrid inverter, connect with the inverters, you can use the sync devices. It will automatically add the other devices here, and you just need to click add all. It will automatically to add the devices to your plant. Okay, and next we can see here how to configure the hybrid inverter. We have a button here, configure, click it. You can see we have some parameter settings like the basic parameter, power control, grid connection parameters, and the future parameters, something like this. And we suggest our distributor or the installer do not to change the value in the grid connection parameters, because the value in these settings is based on the safety code. And if you change the value in these settings, it may cause some error. And if you want to, maybe I know some regions, it will have different maybe reconnection time or something like this. And you want to change the parameter, change the value in these settings, you can connect with our after sale team, and they will help you to change the value in the grid connection parameter. Okay, and other settings like the basic parameters. Here you can see we have the safety code settings, and you can choose the safety code for the region, for the different regions, and we have the different work mode, general mode, and economic mode, UPS mode, and off-grid mode. And we also have the new mode named the Super QU and the peak load shifting mode. And the mode will be released in the end of this month. Okay, and okay, I want to show you here the economic mode. Okay, and if you want to use the you want to set the different time period to change or discharge charge or discharge the battery, you can use the economic mode here, and it will sorry, okay, you can see here, we can support up to 6 time period like this, and you can operate to set the start time and end time, and you can choose to charge or discharge. And if you choose charge, you can choose the use the only PV only, or the PV time plus the grid to charge the battery. And you also can set the power limit. It means the percentage of the rated charge power of the battery. And it is similar if you choose the discharging, you also can set the discharge power limitation. Okay. Okay, and we support the 6 time period. Okay, back to the general mode. Okay, next about the battery mode. Here, we suggest if the installer after the installation, the first step, you need to change the battery mode. Okay. And next about the SOC protection setting. Here you can turn off or turn on the on-grid SOC protections, and you can set the SOC in the on-grid or the off-grid. Here is the power control. Here you can turn off the export limitation or turn on it. If you want the export limitation, you can turn on, and here you can set the feed into grid the percentage, and the value is from the minus 100 to 100%, and the 0% means it is the zero export limitation. And if you set the minus 10%, it means the the inverter will be allowed to purchase the electricity from grid by the 10% of the rated out power. And it is similar if you set the 10%, it means the inverter will be allowed to export the power to the grid by the 10% of its rated output power. Okay. And here is the export control, and it's divided to the hard and the soft. Hard means if the inverters lose the communication between the meter or the data logger or some communication device, it will be shut down to maybe to avoid the power export to the grid. And the soft means if they lose the communication, it will be limited to the rated power times the feed-in grid value. Here you said it also avoid the power you don't allow it to export power, export to the grid. Okay, and here is the minimum maximum output power. It has the rated, overload, and underload. It can be changed by your need. And here is the DI-put configuration. Here, if you need some power dispatching device like the DRM, the RCR, you can choose as you need. Okay. Okay, and here you can see the rated, overload, and underload. Rated means the inverter will be output by its rated output power, and overload means, for example, our inverters can export power by the 110% overloading, and you can choose the overload output. And underload means that it will for example, maybe it is 50 kilowatts inverter, maybe it will be export up to 49 kilowatts. Okay, and here next is grid connections, and if you want to know more detail about the value about this, you can connect with our after sale team, and we don't suggest our distributor and installer to change it by yourself. Okay. Next, about the feature parameter. Here is a multiple inverter rows, and if it is parallel connections, so you need to choose which one is master and the others are sleep. And if it's just one device, you can choose independent. And here is the on-off switch. And here, if you turn off it, we suggest to turn on it, because you turn on it, the inverters can automatically to switch from the on-grid to off-grid during the grid outage. Okay, and if you turn off, it will not have these functions. And here is unbalanced output, and here you can disable it or turn it off or turn it on. Okay, and that's about the off-grid overload connection delay. And you can set this is also depend on the safety code. And if you have another needs, and you can choose it as you need. And here is a off-grid voltage setting. Here is a unit error. Here need to be a volt. It's a volt. Here is you can set maybe normally it is the 250 volt. Okay. Here is an NPE check, and it will be enable the NP short circuit detections, and you can turn off or turn on it. And the next one is the emergency shutdown model, and you want to use the emergency shut off to cut off the AC output. You can open it, or otherwise you can close it. Okay. Next, about the load management functions. We have the two methods. You can see here two methods: the manual mode and the smart mode. And if you choose the manual mode, you can turn off or turn on these functions manually. And about the smart mode, here you can see it has two methods. It has time control and the smart mode. And the time control have the highest priority to turn on the functions, and you can set here. You can turn on these functions and set the start time and end time, and the function will be turned on when the time you set the start time here. And next, we have two here, the smart mode. It includes the feed-in power control and the battery SOC control. And here you can set the feed-in power threshold. It means if the smart meter detect for example, here you set the 1000 volt. If the smart meter detect the more than 1000 volt exposed to the grid, the function will be turned on. And here you can set the minimum operation time. It means if the smart load has been the function has been turned on, it will active in this minimum time. And here also we can set the daily maximum operation hours and the consumption power threshold and the NDSO threshold to close this function. And the battery SOC control, it is similar with the feed-in power. It means if, for example, if you set the, okay, it's too slow. If set the 70%, and if the battery SOC more than the 70%, the function will be turned on. Okay, and you also can set the threshold like the minimum time and the daily operation times like this. Okay, next about the maintenance, and you can use the function to remote start, stop, or restart the inverter. And about the CT test, you can use function to detect whether the CT or the smart meter is connection in a correct way. Okay, just to click the test and step by step to perform this CT test. And we suggest the installer maybe after the installations, and the first way to test to do the CT test by the 3 to 5 times, okay, and to find whether the CT is connection in correct way, because it is if it is in some error, it will cause the power export or the power generation. Okay, here you can see here it has a parameter download, and you can click it to download the parameters you set. Okay. And next, we can click here and to see the more detailed information about the device. Here you can see the real-time information of the device, and for example, some real-time information about the PV side, the inverters, the meters, the load, and the battery. And here we have power protections. You also can see the use the curve chart to see the more detail about this device, and it is similar. You can click it to make it disappear, and you also can choose a different date like this, and you also can show it in different day or see the different months and see the different year. And here we can see the more professional parameters here. For example, if you want to see maybe you want to see the battery, more detailed information about the battery, you can click here and click the confirm. Because it will show we choose here the battery current and the battery voltage and the SOC. And you can, if you want to save it as a template, you can click here and name it. And the next time you can just click it and you can call up these combinations, as I can show you. Wait, and okay, we can see we just to click it. You can see it's just to call up the combination we saved. Okay. And here we also can set set the different date to see the more detailed information like this. And here you can see here we have an export button, and if you here you choose the which parameter you want to export to a report, you can click here, and you can choose the data in 7 days, in 1 week, 7 days. And here you can choose which parameters you want to export like this, and you can click OK. And you can view now, and you will jump to the export record page. And here you can see here export successful, and you can download this document and see the more detailed information. In a minute, I can show you. Okay, you can see like this. And you can do some analysis by these functions. Okay, back to the here, and okay, we finish this page. We go to devices page. Here you can see we have the device list and the firmware upgrade. First, we see the device list. Here we will see the all devices under this account. Okay, and you also can search the different device by the organization, by the pen name, device type, device model, and SN code. Okay, and you also can configure the device in this way. It will be similar, and we have show you just now. And next, you can see here you can see the log of this device. You can see we just change the work mode right now, and it will show it here. And next, about the firmware upgrade. Okay, and here we have a new function about a new feature about the firmware upgrade. It means we can upgrade the more than one device in the same time. Okay, I can show you here. Oh, sorry. There we go. Find the SO code. And you also can here you also can add another device's numbers, and it will show you one by one. So it will show here one by one, and you can click next, and then you can choose which firmware you want to upgrade. And here you can see we have the two methods. You can upgrade the device immediately. You can upgrade it now, and you also can schedule the time, maybe midnight, because midnight the PV has no power. It will not cause the waste or the loss of the PV power. Okay, and you can choose the time to okay, and to upgrade this device. Okay. And here is we have alarm page, and you can see the all alarm in this page, and it will be divided into historical, current, and historical, and you also can see all alarm in this page. And here it also has advanced filtering. You can see we maybe it is all or almost of our predictions and fault in this page. And about the report, and we have the two methods to export a plant, report of the plant. First one, here you can see the plant name, and you can choose which plant you want to export the report. And another way, you can see you can choose which plant you want to export the report, and click here, and to click the month, and it will appear a report button, and you can click it, and it will help you to find the plant, and you can see the information about this plant. And here you can see here it has a select a template. You can click here, creating a template. You can click which data you want to show in this chart, and you want to export to a report, and click confirm. And here, click apply. Okay, you can see this is new plan, so it just have the 4 days data. Okay, you can see the data in this chart. It is a curve chart, and you also can choose the different month, and it also you can see you can choose here to it will show the different months and show in different year, and you also can to customize the time. It support the 3 months to export the report, and here we can choose the 4 days. Okay, you can see the 4 days data, and you can here you also can here you can see here we have it is a conventional, and you also can choose the year 1 year, and it will has a comparison with the different years. You can see it will compare the data in different 5 years about the PV protections and consumptions. It is the because it is choose here, it will show the data one by one, and you also can choose here. Here now it is a curve chart, and you click here, it will show you in the table like an Excel table. Okay, and okay, we export. If you click the export, it will automatically to download Excel files, and you can click it to open it to see the more detail. Okay. Okay, next part. Okay, and about the export record, this page will show you the device report. This page is a plant report, and here it will show you the device report. Okay. And next part is about the manage. The first one is about the organization. Okay, here it will show the organization and the sub-organizations, and here shows the organization informations, and here shows the internal account. And if you want to create it, a new sub-organization, you can click the plus button, and you just need use the group name and contact person, contact email, address, and region, and you can create a sub-organization for your distributor or your installer. And if you want to create a new internal account, you can click here, the add, and the name it and the email address. And we have 3 rows of the internal account: the administrator and O&M and the visitor. The administrator have all authorities to manage, to change, and to view the all plans and all device. And the O&M account, the O&M role, it can also manage and to maybe configure the device by the scope in a limitation scope. And here you can scope the limitation for the O&M account. You can limit it by the organization. You can choose here you can choose maybe you can allow the O&M account to have the scope of the demo account, the scope of the demo account, or you also can scope by the plans. Okay, you can see, for example, it just allow the account to access the 2 plans, and you can choose just 1 plan and click confirm. And the visitor, it is similar with the O&M account, but it just has the view. It just can view the plans and the devices, and cannot to change and configure the device and the plan. Okay. It also can limit the scope of this account, the visitor account. Okay. And next, oh, sorry. Here we also can, the organization account also can see the all owner end user account under this organization account. And here we have the notification page. It will the system will, if the okay here you can see here, if you push the alarm switch, the system will push the email and the notifications when it is some fault or protections. And you also can choose the push language here, and it will show the alarm and protections in this page. Okay, And next, we have a new function about the feedback. And it has the two exercises, two channels. One, you can click here, the top right corner. You can type your questions and comments here and just upload the pictures. And you also can click here, the account setting. Here we have a feedback. You also can through this way. Sorry, maybe it's locked. Sorry. Okay, and you also can send your comments and questions by this method. And about the account setting, here is some basic information about username and password. And here you also can choose change the language, countries, time zones, and some currency unit, profit, cost. And here we have some privacy policy. And here resource download centers. If you click here, it will jump to our Solinteg download center. It will have the datasheet and the user menus and some documents of the document of all our products. Okay, and if you have any questions, you want to some document, you can through this page. Okay, and here is the entire content about the organization account. And next, I will show you the end user. Oh, okay, sorry. I want to show you something about the on-grid inverter. Here we chose the on-grid inverter. And the configuration of the on-grid inverter will be different with the hybrid inverter. Okay. You can see here in the basic parameter, we just can choose the safety code and the grid type. And here about export limitation, and the export control and the maximum output power. And about the future parameters, just have the MPPT parallel connections. And okay, it will cannot very flexible compared with the hybrid inverter. Okay. Next, I want to show you something about the end user account. Okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I think maybe someone changed the password of the end user account. Maybe I can show you maybe next time in some videos. Okay. Okay, and this is the demonstration of the website. And next, I want to show you how to use the document I have sent in the box. Okay. Wait a minute. I will share my screen. Okay, here you can see the document I shared in this webinar. And first is some introduction. You can find the website here, and here it has the app. And next, I want to show you this page. And you can use document as a handbook, as a user manual. I collect the functions of the website, and for example, if you want to add a device to a plant, you can just click it, and it will jump to this page, the add device to the plant, and you can follow the steps to configure it, and you just need to click the logo on in the top right corner, and you can back to this change. It will be very useful and convenient for you to maybe to install to use the monitoring platform and to do some commissioning. Okay. For example, we choose the remote upgrade firmware, and you can step by step to know how to remote upgrade the firmware, and you just to click this logo, and you come back to this page and choose another functions you want to know. Okay. Okay, and this is the entire content of my presentation.
Hello, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us with the with this webinar. And we actually got a lot of questions, and now I would like to take control to give you the answer for all your questions. Let's check one by one. Thanks for the questions. The first one is, can we, every time you log in the account, you have to tip a green box, Okay, for this suggestion, I will tell RD to make you select this a green box not appear anymore, something like that to optimize your experience. And the second question is about why the battery capacity is not taken from the battery information. Okay, I think this is talking about the plant creation. During the plant creation, you have to enter the battery's capacity information manually. This is a good. Actually, this is a very good suggestion, and I will check with RRD if we can do this at this moment, because we are not only have our own battery, we also have some competitor, some partners battery like Palantech or Wico. I'm not sure how many information we can get from them. So this part we will check. If we can read, we will put this information, or we will scan this information automatically. The next one is talking about. Let me check. There are a lot, to be honest. Okay, reactive power control. One of our customers asking whether our platform can realize the reactive power control through PU function. Actually, currently we cannot realize the reactive power control through PU, only IU, I think. But I will check with RD in one this PU control can be available in the future. And then another question is about underload, export underload. Let me share my screen with you guys. Wait a second. Okay. And can you guys see the screen I share with you? I think you can see. Okay, here is the power control of the inverter. This page is under the device configuration page, and you can see here we have the maximum output power. There are three options. One is rated, and one is overload, and then one is underload. One of the customer has a question about the understanding of underload. Actually, underload, of course, means the output power of the inverter is lower than the rated power. But when do we need to use the function? I think this is your main point. Some countries in safety code, like Belgium, they don't allow the inverter to output power more than rated power. For example, take 5 kilowatt as example. In Belgium safety regulation, they don't allow the inverter to output 5 kilowatts. We can only output at most like 4.9.9 like that. So in this kind of countries, or they have some special requirements, we need to select under load mode. But for others, you don't have the requirement for the output power cannot exceed the rated power. You can use normal rated or overload. Yeah, overload also have to check with your safety regulation. If your country safety regulation allow the inverter to output more than rated, for example, 5 kilowatt to have 5.5, so you can select overload. But if it doesn't allow, so you have to select rated. So normal selection is like a rated. And then the next question is about the DI port configuration. Some people don't know what does the DI mean or RCR mean. Actually, RCR or DRM, they have similar meaning. This is like a demand response management, uh, but they have different name because different country requirements. DRM are actually from Australia, and RCR from like a DACH region, like German or Switzerland, Austria. And this is radio ripple control receiver. So what if you turn on the function and you have to connect the inverter with the utility operator device, and with the connection of the device, inverter can output the power according to the utility's demand. For example, you have a 10 kilowatt inverter and you turn on the RCR function. And if the utility is currently is a little bit overload, the operator, they don't allow you to send too much power to the grid, so they will give you a command like a 0. So that means you cannot output any power to the grid. And if they have some space for the power to fade, they may give you a command like 30%. So that means you can output like 3 kilowatt power to the grid. So that's the meaning for this function. Yeah. Only remember DM is a request from Australia. Yeah, Australia in Oceania, and RCR from Austria and Germany. Let me check if there are any other questions. This question is about. Do you mean in the monitor platform we have the restart stop function, and you want to make this function more more secure, and not just directly? Okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. Let me check. Mm. Which one are you talking about? I think that you are talking about the functions. So you want to, we have one more step to verify the operation of the function. We will, yeah, I think it's a good suggestion, because sometimes we do test, or some people they do test. They may use some customers' inverter serial number, and yeah, or they can guess the serial number, something like that, to do some test and to restart, to stop. So with one more step for the verification, it would be safer. We will consider your suggestion. Thank you. And next, um, can we control the input current to charge? Input current to. Oh, and this question is about. Do we have plan to have the guest account? Yes, for the end user. For the end user account, they can share their plan to any other people with just input their email. So after they input the email of another end user, they will have the email owner will have a guest account. So the function we already have in the new monitor platform. And for this one, is it possible for the power plan to have multiple end user owner? Yes, yeah, this two actually is similar questions. Yes, you can share your plan to more than one person with their emails. So that means different email have the can check one, yeah, the same plant. Can we control the input current to charge? This one we have checked. I cannot reply you currently. We have checked with our team and reply you through email after the webinar finished. Yeah, okay. And some other, there are quite a lot of questions, and thank you for you guys to share so many opinions with us and suggestions. And we will check all the questions one by one and reply you through the email in this week. Yeah. And if you have more questions, suggestions, or opinions to our new monitor platform, you can share through the feedback function on the application or the website. And we also will issue a video for the introductory video for this new monitor platform and the application, which will help you to be familiar with the operation of the new platform. And we will release it on the YouTube account of Solinteg Academy. We hope you can follow us to check it. Yeah, but I think the new video will be available next week or even a little bit later, the week after next. But we will prepare it as soon as possible. So thank you for attending this webinar. And yeah, that's all. Thank you. Okay. So in the future, if we have some other webinars, we will release in our website and also linking in, so you can continue follow us. Thank you. So see you. Bye bye.